Right, welcome to the catch-up stage. Yeah, I'm continuing on doing this. Now, we've not finished all of the work at all. Absolutely not. And I need to get in the game, not be outside looking at OBS. Right, yes. Obviously, this is us. What did we actually do in the session? Well, we did cut it all, and we did almost bail it all. We stopped the baler when we did the fermenter because I'd saved the game at that point. So that there was a waste of time the baler carrying on. We should set him going literally. In fact, we'll do it now because I'm happy with the fermenter now. So we should set the baler going so that next session it will have already started again, which I like. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, maybe a little bit of time as well. No, I think that's all. Yeah, so 4 rows left to do. We've got a lot of grass, a lot. A shed load. Right, so then, yes, we'll set the goal for next session. You'll have seen the session where I obviously put the animals down. So what did we do in this session? I've got to sort of think myself, what did we do as extra? The mixing silo was down. We mainly put, yeah, let's do it in this one. We're using this as the mixing silo, the little tiny multi-fruits. This one we're using also as storage over here. Now, it has actually acted as an extension for the fermenter, if you look at this, but it hasn't done any multiplication tricks where it's like expanded this. It's ticking down as it should. It's not pretending it's got more in it because it can't work it out. So it is actually, it's added, I think it must be 100,000 litres, the same as the outgoing or something like that for it. It does 240,000 litres per month, so it's the same as the Amatana that I'm used to. So we're going to make the grass silage, and we're going to, obviously with it being a production, we're going to send that straight to the BGA, which we'll switch on soon. We're going to have our animals as soon as, yeah, this one we're going to feed the BGA, which means we do need a lot of animals. I know we've got a lot of cash, but we're going to spend a shed load of cash on that. I am going to go with also the milk side of things. I'm going to go with everything I know, which I'm going to go for the buffalo. Their milk yield is bad, but it's very creamy and makes a lot of butter. So therefore, I can put up with the fact that their yield is about half of that of a standard cow. We could also go goats, but I'm mainly thinking of more of the manure and the slurry, because again, the manure's not working at present. So we've got 250 enclosures. So what I'm thinking is we'll literally go straight down the middle, 1, 2, 5. So when they have burst, they will fill it immediately. So that will be a real good herd of cattle, and it will produce a lot of slurry and manure. Well, yeah, so it's a bit annoying about the manure. It's just like FS22 all over again with it not working properly. Let's go though. Let's stick one down anyway. Stick it right here. Has it got internal manure? Because a lot of them have. I have not looked at this one. Slurry, meadow, straw, food, animals. Doesn't say so, does it? We'll try and put one down, one of my little minis. That's the door. We could, yeah, put the tedder right in the way, haven't I, really? I suppose we could stick it. This is going to be a not usable area, really. It really is. So let's have a look at the Davy. I fixed this as well. It doesn't do its weird. It was all totally out of whack. Totally out of whack. But now it's not. So if we stick that there, we're going to be in the way. Again, we'll probably be removing it next session because it might say it's connected now, but it will probably not say it's connected next session when we come in. And then it's obviously broken, immediately broken. Need to raise it a little. Yeah, Carbon XL. Now then, I will do this on camera. I'm going to lift this, as in like to make it so it's all nice. Because at one point I thought, oh, it's that that's broken it, but it doesn't. That's just... No, that's not actually doing it. Let's do a little tiny lift. Obviously, it shouldn't break it anyway. But what I mean is, it is definitely doing something. But what I'm saying is, if it did, it would break it now, and it doesn't. It says Carbon XL. It's connected to. Oh, it's a bit more at the back. Always angles that catches you out of this. Always. Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, it's not very even, but it doesn't really matter. We can grab it from the thing that's here, so that's fantastic. So it's only 2 million litres instead of 4, because it is half size, but it's quite nice and petite, and I do like it. So yeah, we've got that. It says it's connected to Carbon XL, but I'm expecting when we save and come back in that it's no longer connected to, which is obviously down to the game. So yeah, again, we will put the straw in. We'll get the animals bedded in, because these are an important thing. We'll also get the, probably, I do like to have it where I'm close by. So this is going to muck around with the courses that we've already done. So we might have to destroy everything and start all over again. So I'm thinking probably do dry grass just to... Yeah, let's do all these little bits on the end of the session. Then you're seeing, I suppose, in a way, it's not a bad time to do this type of thing. Yeah, because then courseplay and the workers know not to bother doing this when we do the course. Right, fantastic. A little bit odd looking. Nah, it's all right when it looks odd from the height of the sky, doesn't it? But it's all right. Quite wide. I always find to be a bit more generous than not. So I'll delete the old courses and we'll do it all over again, because it's now going to completely change it. And yeah, we were going to do the dairy, won't we? Need to shift a few things out of the way though, because really I like to have my productions close by the very thing that you're actually doing, which to me makes perfect sense. So let's do it on camera. And then this is yeah, I'm going to have to get better at this, because I do think I have got a point that it's not a bad thing to actually do these type of bits and bobs, the interesting bits. So I could start not only to do the catch-up, but also the interesting bits like placing, productions, things that have an impact on the Let's Play, to do that all in this particular section. Now obviously this is a learning curve for myself, because this is all new to me, me doing this. Right, so the slurry point is there. I don't know what that is, whether that is supposed to be a manure pit. And it, you know, I suppose we could use my little party trick. Oh, have I not got it? Oh, I've not got it running. No, I had a theory that I thought it might have been that was looking around the core space, so I never put it on this time. Yeah, so we will leave it as it is. We'll just do the... So we're going to go bionic, I think. Yeah, these cost more because they are, like, more powerful. And the milk thing is there, so to me... sense to have that quite. I think we'll still have it like that. You only need the front, and it obviously really is on the cow thing. So if we stick that like that, and look down the back so that we can see if it really is like going into the... Yeah, we don't want that. We want it like to be at those fairly B mode. It is as flat as a pancake, as I say, so I'm really not worried. So, bionic dairy. And we've got fermenter for doing that. Did I go in a bit? No, yeah, I did, but I'm not touching that, so that's all right. So that is the main sort of thing that we're doing for the cows, is the dairy. Is there anything else we are doing for this at present? I don't think so at the minute. That's the main thing. We've got a tanker already, so yeah. I mean, you might think, well, you've thrown it in Oxygen David's fate. Not really. Oxygen David, having the original farm is what's given us this farm. So I haven't, and I've also got the equipment that he very kindly gave us. Without that, this would still be, we'd have spent a shed load of cash on, yeah, like what we've got. So yeah, it really would be an awful lot of, yeah, to buy all this equipment, it would cost us probably $1 million in itself, maybe more. I mean, yeah, no, I sold the harvester and all the rest of it, because it was at its most valuable. And I thought, well, it's only a little bit better than the base sort of game one. Right, so bales. Yeah, let me get on with it. I haven't switched this on yet but we've not finished with the baling so far because he's increased us. It was 500 and some thousand. We did the hay around the edge. That worked quite well. That was not too bad. Obviously, the silage is very nicely going up already. So 299,000 litres of that. That's going to be 240 tonnes a month, which we're going to send straight to our BGA to earn us cash. So that is going to like go into that. So there's obviously you get 3 cuts a year. Now we were on the last cut, September. Yeah, we are. I don't want it's going to now grow to 3rd growth stage, and then we can cut it in April when it's 3rd growth stage again, and then we'll have July, and then we'll have September again. I think. Ooh, fantastic! That made a noise, didn't it? We heard that right over here. Amazing. So the baler's actually finished. Fantastic. So that means. Let's have a look. I bet he's got like a half full one. Where we're going to waste. Oh, it's not too bad though. Yeah, so we shall ask the shop to come and fetch that. Yeah, I mean, this is the lead tractor. Beautiful thing that it is. I do like the fact that we've got that mobile repair stroke. Yeah, I love that. That's an amazing bit of kit. Yeah, I'm not normally like the Thunder Creek thing. I'm not a massive fan of that, but this it's actually got a repair button as well where you unfold it and it does it in stages like an auto repair. That is amazing. So yeah, I'm well checked for this. The only thing is it's damaged itself and I forgot to repair it. So next time we're down the store, we will. It's going to rest for some time. You need to be in it to repair. Nice. Yeah, fantastic. Now, does that need to be shut then to do the refueling? No, you just need to be on the side of it. Fantastic. Yes, I'm well impressed with that. Yeah, it's a really amazing idea. And also, it's not only got that. If it was only that, I'd be happy. I would. But it's also now we, literally got that as well. Obviously, I'm not going to grab 6 bales at a time. I thought, well, I've got that on hand. Next session, I'm hoping we'll probably lease an Anderson or something because, come on, this kind of thing. Yeah, I'm not going to buy it just yet. You never know. You can get them this. Although I suppose. This is something I said a couple of sessions ago. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, again, it also goes with this. If you got a new one, you buy a new one, and then you get one in the sales, you can sell your new one because it's still worth quite a lot of cash. So you're not really losing out. A fact that I'd sort of escaped my notice. I was like thinking, oh, I don't want to do that because, it's... And then I thought, yeah, but... Right, transport. I mean, they are brilliant anyway. So, yeah, we will indeed buy you, yes. Because you just need it. Fantastic. I will. Yeah, because I don't want to. Again, I don't want to waste the session with bringing that down. So we will get that across. No, it's with something great. No, I said about, and it was a mistake. I said, oh, we'll rip this up. We need a grass field. That's why we chose this for the BGA, and it's right next door, so it makes perfect sense. So obviously, we're going to spend another shed load of cash straight on the animals next session and get them all bedded in because it's important, because they're going to be a central focus of this Let's Play. Yeah, so the animals are really going to assist the BGA, so that's our main business. We've also got, as a side business, that's also going to bring in quite a lot of this stupendous ionic, this amazing big kit as well, so yeah, it's going to be win-win. That's where I'm going to leave it, I think. We've showed you the bales. Again, because I want this to be succinct and me not to waffle on, but also to show you what is important in each session. And I'm going to try to improve this. And as always, I do invite your comments because obviously my idea of doing these type of things it's not always right. Yeah, sometimes I get it wrong. And if you think something will be better, then please, by all means tell me. So yeah, we are going to be mixing. What I'm going to do is we're going to stick it in here, and we're going to like just mix with loose to make that, yeah, like, what's the point? Will that? No, it doesn't read the... I thought it might spill into the animals, as in like it might read, but it isn't, which is good. I'm glad. I don't really want that. So it's got 8,109 litres of meadows, slurry 400 tonnes storage, straw 200 tonnes storage, and food 400 tonnes. So we will get that done as well. I think we're going to need a bigger trailer. But I think... No, I did say this. I'd like to feature my mods because I'm also testing them. So I think we will. We'll treat ourselves. It's very reasonable anyway. It is. So we're going to grab that. We're just having it in a standard, the BI Industries brand, emblazoned. But this is the bit that I can't... Oh no, actually it's got it right. When I first looked at that, it was the wrong way round. The BI Maximus. Although I might do another bigger one, because it's a 50-tonner, which is not bad. Almost 50-tonner. It can, of course, be a manure spreader, and it only adds the same, again, cost, so which is, I think, quite reasonable. But it's 27,777 for the standard 50-odd tonner, so we will indeed purchase that for that amount. And we will grab that across too, because I think we're going to need that. I think the 37 tonners not... I don't think we'll be able to get inside this. I think that only the farm tech will get us in here. So yeah, I just wanted to show you the things I'm doing. I'm trying to use my mods because I'd like to sort of test them as I'm going, and then I'm happy because, yeah, we've already found a couple of things. The multi-fruit, it wasn't going out of its pipe properly. It was a little bit out, so I fixed that. It's not quite perfect, but it is now good, and it's passable, but I would like to get it perfect. So yeah, I'm going to tweak it to this spot on, which we will see going through the Let's Play as I get it right. And that's why I want to do it, because it is amazing the amount of mods that go into testing where you think, did you test that at all? Other than the fact that it works, because it's like got errors and collisions and, you know, things like that. Now we all make these mistakes, even Matana, who multi-fruit at the minute's got a collision. When you've got something high like a plough, it bashes into it every time you go near it. So yeah, and she'll fix it because she is that type of stupendous modder. So what did we actually get in the end when that finished? Because I don't think we'd looked at that time. Grass 655. Oh, we did about, yeah. So an awful lot of grass which we need to stick into the fermenter, which will then send over to the BGA to earn its cash, and we'll put the cows in, and we will do milk and water and, yeah, all that type of things as you would do. So I think we've sort of already set the stage in a way. We've also got the forestry, the fantastic sawmill. If woodwork, yeah, forestry gets sorted, then I might have a dabble, because we do own, thanks again to the generosity of Oxygen David, this forest, which is not that far away. That forest that's just the other side of that. I've not seen what it's like. Also, that bit of forest there. And is that forest? I think, yeah, it is. We skirted it on the last session. So yes, there's a bit of forestry there, a lot of forestry there, some forestry there, half of that. All of that, apart from a strip right next to 17, is owned by us. And there's actually forestry all the way along the edge of field 22. Let's just undo the farmland though. Yeah, so yeah, there is. There probably, again, it might not be what it looks like either. And then if you really wanted to buy the proper forest, if we were going to go into it in earnest, but what I mean is we have been given very generously that. It's also land that we've been given. So if we did clear the forest, we've actually got another strip of production type land that we could do there. So it's all things for the future, really, planning. Yeah, we do need to... I've got the 42 metre. I'll do a causeway course because the normal workers are a bit wasteful at fertiliser. I do find that. So we will get a course laid in. And I'm going to delete all the courses just before I finish the session now, so that we need to do them all again because of the alterations we did with all the painting here. so that it works properly. Now, did I actually, yeah, thinking about that, because it's going to, like, yeah, it's still going to do down that edge, and it's going to bump into that. So let's do this job properly. Dry grass, I believe, is what we chose. I do like the prices, and I do like the fact that Giants did listen about doing, yeah, that's got headland the other bit, so we do that like that. That's about perfect, I would say. I didn't see anything else on the thing. Yeah, they've listened. The grass is now a reasonable amount, because that always was a real gripe of mine. 10 or 20. Yeah. So I'm quite happy. That is literally music to my ears. We'll actually do a bit of like painted grass there as well. So we don't, that's not going to get sorted. And a little tiny touch just there to make it look a little bit more like a field, but it doesn't chop it, which I'm quite glad of. So again, we'll do the same. No, because the mower might go over that. Right, so that, I think, is it. All that remains to be said is I hope you enjoy, if you're going to watch it, the rest of the session. There is a lot goes on. I mean, we also did manual bale handling, which I know some people do back to see. So, yeah, it was a lot of me doing a lot of jobs. It wasn't all horseplay. I didn't focus on horseplay, and I worked through the entire session. So, yeah, I was not a farm manager. I was a farmer, definitely. So, yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Hello and welcome. Right, yes, I'm setting everything begun, but I thought I'd just start the camera. I'm shifting everything, but I didn't realise, but this actually auto has it's doing it. Yeah, amazing. Looks like it does it in stages. I really didn't realise. But that is a little bit of it's quite a super duper ability, really. I set the first mode going. There's no point in me setting in windrowing mode when it's a monster field. Oh look, that's how far we've got. I think not even one go around the edge of the field. We started off about here, I think. So it's been gone quite a while. It's a big field. It really is. Right, we need to get this lot off because it's going to cause issues. Let's do that. And yeah, of all the ways you had to go, you had to pick the few ways that there is something in the way. Ooh. But you know, it's a monster field. You just couldn't write this, could you? How on earth would you do that? Seriously. These workers. I'm going to go to a time message. There's a lot to do. We really have just got to, like, grab everything and... now they're going off the opposite way anyway, so it doesn't really matter typically. Now, I've noticed there's a lot of red and black going on. Some of it was not my choice. Yeah, some of it is... I love my red and black, but, yeah, a lot of it's just... It is what it is. Yeah, definitely. Right, anyway. Yeah, it's going to be a big session. I intend on getting some work done, so I'm going to say my words and see you guys and gals on the other side. Coming at the time, lads, because this task is going to be monumental. But I was thinking, but I really, yeah, we need to sort of have a look at some of the. There's a few fermenters, and do we go silage glam or do we? I don't think we've got one in the BGA. I don't think we were given any of those. No, we weren't. So fermenter is what I'm thinking. So let's save the game, because this can then be a test. You know, as in, like, we literally, this is the point that we are, so really we ought to stop the baler, because it's a total waste of time right now you doing any more, because we've already just saved it at that point. So, yeah, we'll set that going afterwards. A little bit of cleanup. It's good, though. I mean, how many, yeah, whilst we've got the data, let's have a look. How many bales have we done this session? A lot, I would have thought. 103. Wow. And we're not completely, yeah, I mean, they're also big. Yeah, they're the biggest bales that you can have. And we haven't completely finished the field. It's still got, I would say, another 10, 15 bales maybe there. So 120 odd bales. And then obviously, no, that is including how much have we actually got of stuff on hand. Because obviously it's in silos, which is good. 75 tons of grass so far in storage, which we did as an afterthought. That wasn't really. So the hay, which is we have 299 thousand litres of hay, which is brilliant. Now it's going to do an awful lot of mixing. So we will buy the straw in. Obviously, we're going to get the mix ready. I'm going to do a shed load of mixing. So this one's going to be the mixer. That means it's got 300. So there's only 177 tons left that can go in there because it's only 477 and it's got 299 in there. And well, it's got more because it's also got some grass as well. All my life, to show you how much we've actually got on hand of the grass. That is amazing. Wow, fantastic. Right, so testing fermenters. I don't think there's a lot of choice. We could say, I guess, again, we could go traditional. So it is going to be, I think it's in the silos. Yeah, I know I've used this beautiful set here. And it's brilliant, it is. MA7 Studios, I think this is it here as well. Yeah, so that is, I don't know. It's also very reasonable. Also, lovely looking. Everything MA7 Studios does is always very well done. Now, if we put it on this, we've totally ruined, because although my plan was, Coursefully worked out the fields completely based upon this. Now, I might tweak when we can tweak the settings around the edge of here, because it was causing issues. But apart from that, again, we could make the island bigger, but then we've still got to change all the courses, and I'm not against that. But there's also fermenters. Yes, that's what I was thinking. I think there's a little one. Tall. Oh, it's going to be in factories, isn't it? I would imagine. Ooh. It's a bit of... Here we go. This one here. Not sure how big it is or anything. That's what I thought. We could put it down and have a look. Ooh, got some lag going on there. So, yeah, again, we're going to have to... Now, yeah, we probably are going to have to change this a little, make it a little bigger, whether we lose... Because this is really what the entire... Do we need to have it facing... No, that is a point, actually. It's probably better for it not to be facing. But if we can fit it in there, in the circle, although tight, it's still not bad. Now, we know it overlaps with another object, but it is as flat as a pancake. So this is one time when it doesn't really matter. Alright, so let's put that B mode on. And we'll stick it, because I don't know what the storage capacity is or anything at all. So let's have a look at what that is. Because if it's tiny, obviously it's just not going to do, is it? Oh, wow, it does good cycles. So grass silage... oh, of course, no. Yeah, I was forgetting. I've just put that... No, it's done that phenomenon. Now, if you don't put it in the storage of the extension, this is something that's taken me an awful long time to learn, and it may have always been like this, or maybe it's been changed. But if you put it in just the storage of the fermenter, it will use the additional storage as additional storage for that, but it won't break the fermenter. But if you put it in this, it does weird, strange things. So whatever capacity this did have, it's now got an awful lot more. And so I don't really know. Yeah, and, to be honest, I'm happy with it being there. 100,000 litres, I would imagine it probably is the same for all of them. So it was quite a little bit. It's not affected the outgoing silage. That's only 100,000 litres. So, but I do think it has added that, because there's only me that uses those strange 777s like that. So that's got to be pulling through the storage of the silo as additional storage. So that's a point. It's gonna. I was put some grass in already, and a little bit of hay where they had that bale that was spare. So. Yeah, I'm not. It hasn't done anything wrong, actually. It's not. It's usually when you do that, it usually does some weird multiplication. But then we've not switched this on. Let's switch it on, because I want to see if this actually does. Oh, you can do hay silage as well. Does it gonna do the multiplication? Oh no, that's not what we're trying to do. We were trying to switch it on. Is it gonna multiply the grass and that's in it? No, it's going down. Brilliant. Because we've seen this with, yeah, on Riverbend Springs. We put some, was it the bakery or, and it literally just multiplied. Now that's working properly. So I'm quite happy with that. I think we'll just keep it as it is. So that's going to do, it's pretty much the same as Omatana's. 240 tons of grass to silage. Yeah, apart from Omatana's did a beautiful. But I'm quite happy with that. We're doing it for silage for the BGA. And we will use this. It is a production. We will push that across to the BGA because I'm going to use it determinedly right this time. Let's keep the. If we're keeping it, could have kept that baler going. Yeah, if we're going to do this, let's put. Yeah, now what is that? Let's have a look. It sounds like. Not quite, I don't think. No, definitely not. Nor that. I'm sure it's like concrete pebbles. Not quite. But it's similar. Oh, my life. No difference. No, I like that though. I do. Let's do it a little. No, let's try and keep things the same. Otherwise, it looks a bit odd. You've got different colours mixing. And is it just standard asphalt? Most people go for asphalt, but nope. We've tried all these. The concrete dirt seems to be not too bad. It's not normal. It does look more like gravelly concrete, though, doesn't it? But it's not quite the same. Ah, that's the closest. Go with this. It's quite. It's very weird, the painting. It's not quite as you'd imagine. How you'd imagine it working. I do also think we could probably get the. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my collisions on my silo, but it's a ghost in the machine. Yeah, I'm thinking if we lift it at the back a little while we've got this open. So lift, raise, lower just for that back bit. But then if we level from about there, we should get the grate back. But it's going to do some awfulness to the to this. But I'm just seeing if yeah, we do, yeah. Right, okay, so we don't quite need to go to that extent. We need to. Then we do sort of need to go about there. And then we need to like lift it up a little. Sort of bit of a weird one this about there. Really? Right, okay. Not perfect, is it? Now do we... What about smoothing? It rubs from both sides. Will that do the job? It's not doing terribly. But it's not quite right. It is lifting it though, but it's, yeah, not quite enough. Yeah, so we need to do a bit of a... Otherwise we've got something that makes no sense in a physics sort of way. The normal rules of physics, it makes no sense at all. So let's do a little tiny bit of lifting just to try to get that. Now this is... The tools are a lot better for the main, and I do like the soften that is actually more like, yeah, what in FS19 that I always make the mistake of saying, and now I can't remember the word. Isn't it amazing? I say the word all the time wrongly, and when I want to say it, I can't remember what it is. Right, a little bit. Just a bit. It's not going to be perfect, but I can soften it a little when we finish, and it'll like just feather it nicely. So if we... Smooth is the word, yeah. Smoothing, it was used to be called in FS19, and then they said soften. But it did soften in FS22. But this is smoothing again. Yeah, I'm sorry, Giants, but it is. No matter what you sort of say, it's doing the robbing from one side and giving to another, which was used to be the hallmark of the old smoothing. Right, oh, that's a bit vicious, though. I did say that before. Yeah, it's robbing a little. Let's just give a wide soften. Oh, no, that didn't help. That really did not help at all. Oh, we need a little tiny. That is as small as you can get. Little tiny feather. And, oh, I think we might have done some damage to that corner. Or just a little. That's about as good as it's going to get. Otherwise, you're going to be there forever. So, yes, we've got this down. We will keep that now. It's definitely fit for purpose. And with the extension here, it was just... It's tight, I know that. And I'm not sure... We might need to rotate the Matana. Now, it was done this month. So, it will let us sell it. Well, I mean, in normal life, we just twist it around because it's a silo, that kind of silo that can be moved. But we will... Yeah, we'll do this like the other way. As I always keep saying, game mechanics rule is king. Buying station, we want the cheap. Yes, we do. And I'm going to have to use B mode. But then I am going to have to use B mode anyway. So we stick that. Actually, that is the truth of this type of thing. It really isn't a bad idea for it to stick out over the fields. Like the fermenter. It's not a bad idea at all. So B mode. I hope it doesn't do anything damage to the way, but I don't think it will. Right, fantastic. And we've gone and wasted a bit more of our field. But you've got to have it looking right. Right, so we want concrete pebbles. Oh, a little bit bigger than that, but it doesn't quite go where you think it will. It's got like a bit of a refraction going on. That doesn't always go the way it did the paint before. You know, like it's really difficult to actually get your angles right because it does that refraction thing that I've always gone on about. Right, I think that's just a little. Yeah, fantastic. That's not bad. So although the mower's going to go over it, it's still not, and it doesn't really matter. We've lost a little bit, but then at least it sort of shows you, in fact, yes, I concur. Although the refraction thing, as I'm talking about, it doesn't always play ball with you, really. So I think we will do something a nice colour. Sand. I was thinking more green. Wood moss, I would say, about there is roughly refraction. Okay, that was not very useful. Not really, was it? Oh, my life. Well, we'll try to do it a little bit better this time. This is quite... Let's try and do this sideways as well, because it's a bit hard to gauge. I'd say roughly there. I mean, it's only a rough gauge. Oh, my life. That's a million miles away from there. Okay, well, it's sort of... Yeah, it'll have to do, won't it? That's about as good as it gets. It's a rough gauge of where it is pointing to. So, yeah, if you aim for that, at least it's an assist. We might have another go when I'm feeling a bit more... Oh, is that gone? Oh, it has as well. It's gone through there. That's not going to like that. That weight is all right, although it's going to be... I don't know how we're going to get it, but... I don't know. We might just about get that one, but that one's sort of partially caught by the metal. That's going to do a bit of that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's amazing. It's you that does it now. They've gone back to you, the person, not you in a vehicle, as being the object that reminds things of the laws of physics. Right, so I think, yeah, this session I'm not going to do a catch-up. No, I am. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to say my words, and then I'll do a little bit of a catch-up of what did we achieve. Obviously, we've not finished. I'm thinking what we'll do is... Now, it's an awful long way to the store. So, if anything, I'm going to start us at the store and bring the stuff across whilst we set workers going in the field, because otherwise it's going to be... I hate it where you waste half a session on travelling from the shop to the session, and that is the session, because it soon gets boring. It's not an amazing amount of, yeah, as Mr. CLP says, his golden rule about is it that what I would watch myself. Now, I always do that, but obviously what I do is different to what Mr. CLP does, in so much as what I would find, I always watch all of mine in editing, but I don't expect everybody to always watch all of the time lapses, because they can be monstrous, but I want to show you that I really did do everything that, yeah, I said I was going to do. So 12 o'clock, halfway through the day ish, and yeah, we have another production, so 3 productions now. Sawmill, you never know, we could do something, but at the minute, I've got to be honest, all kinds of tree work is totally broken, apart from if you do it properly with a yeah, now that we've got the strap support on the very one that we've got, the Quick, the M140, on that you can now do forestry, but you still can't cut the tree limbs off properly. So until Giants fix that, it all kinds of, I'm personally not wanting to be playing with any kind of tree work at all, having tried it 2 or 3 times and it being an absolute nightmare. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to Rezu Forest in a way when that drops properly, because it's cutting the gnarly trees down if I'm making fields, and so it's a nightmare. I'd have to edit the trees out, the gnarly trees, to make it work at the minute, and it is a possibility, but yeah, it is a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, the scene is set. Our silos, productions and buy points, it's now taking shape a little bit. We've got our other silo over there, our mixing silo, literally. I mean, it's where we're going to mix with the no, I know I must put a teleport in this as well. I thought I had done, but I haven't, obviously. I'm sure there is a teleport in there, because Rawley Christie, I'm sure there is in his as well, but it doesn't show. When I based my model, as in, I mean, it's completely my work, but I looked at how Rawley Christie did what he did within his. I stood on the shoulders of giants, absolutely, because if you look at somebody like Rawley Christie's work, it's good, solid work. So I learnt at the hands of a master, and I sort of like based my little multi-fruit on his model, including it's got liquid tanks inside as well. So I did toy with the idea of doing glass-sided, as in plastic perspex, because it would be cheap to make, but I thought, oh yeah, but then you're going to have to sort of figure out, and I thought this is well beyond you, so I can see why they're always solid and you can't see what's inside, because it would mean then you'd have to see all the mixing of all of the different grains and how it was all split up and all the rest of it. So it did make me aware of why silos are always solid and they're not. You know, like there's no perspex ones. I mean, they may not be in real life, but might look awful as well. So I suppose it could be that too. But yeah, I based this on Rawley Christie's model. It hasn't got collisions though. Yeah. So I'm going to have to do something. I'm sure I did have collisions. So I've done something to it somehow, because we literally can walk and the tractors can go straight through. It's just a little bit strange, to say the least. Which is why that's quite happy to rest against it or in it, because it doesn't really care. So that's true, we might be able to rescue that quite nicely. Right, anyway, yes. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.